Today I'm going to show you how I built my lightweight cabinets on the part 2 trailer build of this series.
You notice I put all the pocket screws where it's going to be covered so you don't see any holes?
I didn't want the inside of this cabinet to be finished because it's for rough stuff, and I was going to probably be running some wires later on. I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to do it, so I just left it unfinished in the inside to finish later. But if you were going to finish it, I'd do the plywood like I am now on both sides of it first, then attach them together with the cross pieces. That would make a lot more sense. It would be finished. Just keep that in mind.
So I kind of screwed up. The disaster here is everything I took out of the trailer. This is one of the boxes I made. Basically, the front and then the back is lower, so the plywood actually make the curve. I made a template for it, which is right here. So this is a template. So basically, this will be like so. So if you can see that. Pocket hole construction. On the top here I use screws. On the other one I use brad nails, I believe. I'm not sure. You can use whatever. I'm just using brad screws. Screws here because the other cabinets can be mounted onto this one. I just want it a little bit stronger, so I use combination glue and screws. And now after building it, I'm going to do the plywood now on the sides and glue it down like I did on the other one.
I left a 3/4 inch gap in between the end of the trailer to the first cabinet. And the reason being is I have bungee cords hanging there. So by the time you close the door, you get like an inch gap, perfect for the bungee cords out of the way. And What I'm doing here is I put the cross piece lined up to where the steel frame is, and I'm drilling it through into the frame, and then putting a metal screw right into it. And that's how I secured all the cabinets, with at least a few into the metal frame.
I'm just gonna pause it here for a sec. So that's basically it, if you can see it.
What I did here, this is the bottom piece. I just divided up all the straps in between and the bottom, just to give us strength and support and be even in case I need to mount anything underneath.
So what I'm going to do now is drill holes along the bottom. This is the bottom piece, so I can run the wires. This is the back, so I'm going to run in the other back.
What I'm using here is a flush trim bit, so I can cut out the doors, the openings for the doors. I did tailor the size of the doors to my needs, and this is the beauty of it. You can tailor it to anything you want, and it's lightweight. That's when you're in a trailer, you don't want extra weight, so this is a great way to make it nice and strong and to your needs. So what you're looking here is the bottom piece and the front piece. That's the way they go up onto the trailer, and then I add in the side pieces. Some of the side pieces are already finished, like the first part I did. I already have the 1/4 inch paneling there, so I didn't have to make two side pieces. I could have, but I chose not to. I'd be running wires through there, I'd be running other stuff first, and then I thought if I need to close it, I can close it a little bit better. But for now, that's the way I did it. And actually, a lot easier to mount this way. And the reason I didn't do the 1/4 inch paneling on the bottom was because the holes there for the wires, I had to run all the wires, and I couldn't do that till all the cabinets were together. So I had to have access to run the wires, first of all. Second of all, to mount the cabinets onto the trailer, this was a much easier way because I can screw in from the side using the drill and everything. And once it's all done, mount it, and the wires are run, I could cover it. to fasten the top where the doors are, there's not much space there, and I didn't want to put wood because then it would just take more space, and because it's concave, it's hard to get that angle. So I got metal brackets, L brackets, and I just slightly bent them to the shape of the roof, and that's how I secured it up to the ceiling, right onto the metal beam on the ceiling.
So if you can see this, I left a lip here. Because the roof's on an angle, so this will compensate for the space. I might have to trim it a little bit, I'm not sure yet. I'll tell us.
That quarter inch lip helped a lot because I didn't have to shave any part of that wood. It fit up against the ceiling perfectly.
And the bottom here, left open, because this will be harder to do from the inside, so I'll be able to fasten it onto the trailer here. And the bottom will just slap on a couple staples. That's fine. Using screws. I'll probably use screws in case I have to get to the wiring and light. There. That's the back and the cabinet. Over here. I'm just going to put some strips on there.
If it wasn't for the COVID-19, I would have had the trailer here and I would have done a nice walkthrough and show all the different cabins I made. And all of them were basically made in a similar fashion. And it's just too bad. But as soon as I can, I will be doing that, bring the trailer here and then go through it. But for now, this is it. And I also, prior to this, few months ago, I made part of the trailer where I did the switching. So if you want to look back at that, I'll probably put a link in there. But the rest of it, as soon as all this is said and done and over, I will be doing a walk through the trailer. Thank you for watching and stay safe.